Rindong, thanks for meeting me today. I think it's important that we sit down and talk properly. We've been working together for many years, so I really hope we can resolve this in a constructed way.
Okay, out. Thank you for coming today. We have been partners since 2010, brothers for 16 years, and we built well together. Today is not about fighting. It's about clear fine facts, serving the legality and fairly, and saving our business. Let me state my position clear.
But honestly, what happened with the world's cons really affected me. I trust you when you introduced it to me, and now I lose 1 million.
Out. I feel really bad about your 1 million Malaysians loss. I know you trust me, but this was a global credit crash. It was not my fault, and I didn't do it on purpose. You paid money directly to was in Vietnam, not to me, not to us. And also a witness here. I never meant to trick you. I'm really sorry you lost money.
Random, I get what you are saying. I know you are under a lot of pressure right now, and I know the crippled market cash all over the world, but this didn't happen out of nowhere. When you told me about Sacrum, I thought you were just a marketing exclusive, but later I found that you are actually a director and the main shareholder. So from my side, you had more influence and were more involved than I knew at first. But I don't want us to keep blaming each other. The only thing that matters now is figuring out how to move forward.
Out. I admit I wasn't totally honest about my role in second. I should have told you I was a director and the main shareholder from the beginning. I'm really sorry about that. You trust me and I let you down. I take responsibility for not being open with you, but balance, balance each other won't help. We need to move forward and say wild, protect our partners, and fix all the debt problems properly. I'm ready to talk about a fair solution for both of us.
I appreciate you being honest with me, and I agree. We need to focus on moving forward. But there's one key thing we have to fix, my 1 million. There's a lot of money for me to lose, and I only made that decisions because you told me about it. So I want us to find a fair way to fix this. I'm not saying you have to pay me right now, but we can work out a plan to pay me back little by little. Especially if the company gets the egg supplier contracts, we can use some of the profits to pay that money. I'm opening to talk about how to make these plans work for both us.
Okay, first, I cannot cite the 1 million trade from World's account for you. And it is not legally valid. Your payment from for World's coin went directly to World's in witness, not to second, not to what. Okay, and then second is a separated legal entity. Malaysia company laws is clear. Company liability, not my personal liability. Third, this is your voluntary personal investment loss, not a partnership debt. Partnership funds are not only for business, not to cover provide losses. I didn't cheat you. Crash Crypto crash worldwide. Was ran away. I am a witness too.
Okay, I get your points. I understand the legal difference you are talking about, and I'm not saying you have to write a 1 million check directly from Wow's accounts. But to me, this isn't just a legal problem. It's also about how partners should take responsibility. I'm not here to argue about I'm argue about who's legally right or wrong. All I want is a fair way to fix my 1 million loss. You don't have to pay me right away. The money doesn't have to come from Wow's accounts, but we need to make a clear plan to solve it. Maybe by paying me back little by little, using the company profits, or making some kinds of business arrangements later on.
Okay, out. I understand you are worried, but let's be fair and look at the facts. You decided to invest on your own. You paid money direct to Words in witness, not to me, not to Words. I never forced you or tricked you. I admit I didn't tell you everything about my provision in circuit. But that doesn't mean I have to pay back all your 1 million. If you want a clear repayment plan, okay, I agreed. But it has to work for both of us. I have no income at all right now. I need to pay 1.5 million in legal fees, and I have to support my family. I really need help with my legal costs and living expenses first. I can only pay your 1 million from my future dividends. I can't take it from World's accountment. My request for the legal fees and monthly allows from the companies is reasonable. I have no other income. My family depends on words. If I don't have money, I can't even handle my court case. Our company has a 9.3 million now. Our monthly cost is enough. We can easily afford this without hurting the business. I can't afraid to go to court, so I want to settle this by talking. If we end up fighting legally, world will be ruined. Both of us will lose everything.
Okay, I get what you are saying. I know you are under a lot of pressures right now, and I agree. Any solutions has to work for both of us. But the plan you are suggesting right now isn't fair. On one side, you are only going to pay back my 1 million with your future dividends. That means I have to deal with the uncertainties and wait a long time. On the other side, you want 1.5 million for legal fees and living expense, and you want it paid from the partner accounts. That means most of the risk is on me, but you get the benefits right away. If we really want to be fair, we need to check both sides the same way. I'm willing to help you, but not with the full 1.5 million and not forever. For example, we could agree that I help with part of your legal fees. At the same time, we can make a clear structural plans for you to pay back my 1 million with clear rules, a timeline, and you taking responsibilities for it. That way, we both take on some responsibility, and no one has to carry all the burden alone. I'm not trying to make things hard for you, but I can't take on more financial risk. So if we are going to move forward, the plan has to be fair, practical, and work for both of us. Are you open to working on a plan like this?
Well, I get that you want fairness and a clear plan. I'm ready to talk about it. But you need to understand, my legal fees and living costs are not optional. I need them to defend myself in court and keep my position as your partner. If I can't get proper legal help, both of us involved will face a big trouble. I'm willing to give you a clear written plan to pay back your 1 million on time with no more uncertainty. But in return, you have to help me with my legal fees from our picnic account. We are equal partners. You can't push all the risks to me. If you only give a little help, that's not fair. You are making me face this crisis alone. Why you want me to fully pay your back? A fair deal means I give you a clear, guaranteed plan for your 1 million. You help me properly with my legal fees so I can fix my case. That's how equal partners should treat each other. I'm ready to make this fair deal.
I heard your proposals. I appreciate that you are willing to make a clear, structured plan to pay me back. That's good step forward, but I still have big worries about your plan. I don't get why your legal fees and personal expense have to come all from the partnership accounts. This is your personal legal problem, not the company's. We need to be careful with how we spend the company's money. Also, I want to understand your repayment plan better. If you are only going to pay me back with your future dividends, what if there are no dividends? How can I be sure you will pay back the 1 million in time, in full? That's another important thing we can't ignore. You know, we are trying to get the egg supplier contract with the supermarket chain. I heard your current situation is hurting our chance of getting it. If we need to change the company's management to move forward, and you can't get dividends anymore, your repayment plan will be even more uncertain. For me, I need a solution that's not just fair in zero, but also spreadsheet and safe to use. So I'm still willing to help you a little, but only if the whole plan can protect my rights clearly. It also needs to make sure I can definitely get my 1 million back. How do you suggest we fix this risk?
Okay, out. I understand your concern very well. You want certainty, security, and a fair solution for both sides. And I truly want that too. Let's talk openly about the 30 million Act separately contract. We both know this contract is extremely important for World's future. I also know my current legal situation has affected our qualification. So I'm willing to step down as director in May if that's what the business needs. But I hope you can understand my position. I have no other income, and I need to support my family and settle my legal fees. So I have three reasonable requests that I hope you can consider. Okay, first, if I had to resign, I hope we can agree on a compensation of not less than 5 million. This will help me cover my legal costs and support my family. And then, if I resign, I hope my wife can take over my position to maintain my partnership. Third, I still hope to continue being involved in the ag business because this project is important for both of us. If we can agree on that price, I am willing to cooperate fully so we can secret the X contract.
Okay, Random, I appreciate that you are willing to step down if the company needs it. That's a good mood, and it shows you are thinking about the whole business, not just yourself. But I need to be clear. Some of things you are asking for, I can accept right now. First, you want at least 5 million as compensations for stepping down. I don't think that's realistic, not with how the company is doing financially right now. Earlier, you already asked for 1.5 million for legal fees and support. Now you are asking for way more. We need to make sure whatever we agree on doesn't hurt the company. We can't put more stress on it. Second, you want your wife to take your place. I'm worried about that from a business standpoint. This job needs experience, especially with everything we are going through right now. You can't just hand it over to her like that. Third, about the egg supply business. I heard the potential partner said clearly, if you keep being involved, they might not work with us. So if we want to get the contracts, we have to do what they want. I get it. You want to keep you and your family safe. I'm not ignoring that. But we need to find a solution that's practical, fair, and good for the whole company. Also, if you want a good amount of compensations, we both need the company to succeed and get the ad contracts. Only then will we have enough money to pay you anything. I'm still willing to talk about helping you with a reasonable amount of support, and we can make a clear, reliable plans for you to pay back my 1 million. But whatever we agree on has to be something the companies can actually afford and something that helps us move forward. Let's try to fix this into something that works for both of us.
Okay, Alice. I really appreciate you being open and willing to discuss this project. I understand all your concerns about the company's finance, governance, and the ads contract. I don't want to make this difficult for you. And I truly want us to find a fair middle path. I am prepared to be flexible. I can step down in May if that's what the business needs to secure the ad contract. I can also accept that my wife will take a limited, non-exclusive road just to represent my partner's rights. And I will stay fully behind the secrets so I do not affect the contrast at all. But you have to understand my reality. I have no other income. My family and I, millions legal fees all depend on this business. So if I resign, the compensation of 5 million is not a demand. It's my only way to survive and settled my legal problems. And there is one more critical thing we cannot ignore. The factory land belongs to my late mother. My siblings are demanding the land to be subdivided by August 2026. If we cannot settle this properly, they will start invasion protesting against walls. If we lost the land, we lost the factory, we lost the business, and we both get nothing, including your 1 million repayment. And the as contract, we have to solve all that issue together. Your repayment, my legal fees, and the contract, and the land. Only if we support each other can we save this business. Let's work out a balanced solution that protects both of us.
Random, let me tell you my positions clearly. First, about the land problem. I agree we need to fix it. It directly affects our company. While fertilizers has about 9.3 million in the account now, I'm okay with using some of the company's money to solve the land issues. After all, we build this business together. Second, about you asking for 5 million as compensations for stepping down. I don't think that's reasonable. If we take 5 million out of the 9.3 million just because you resign, and the company still has to pay for the land problem later, that's too much. It will hurt the company's finances badly. To make it fairly, I'm willing to agree. After we fix the land issues, we can split the company's remaining value equally. That's a fair way to end our partnership, and we can part on good terms. Third, once we fix the land issues and split the company's value, I want you to lead completely. That means you won't be involved in the company's management, operations, or any decisions anymore. Also, we need to stick to what we talked about before. You have to make a clear plan to pay back my 1 million. And I'm willing to help with your legal fees, but only a reasonable amount. If you agree to all these things, I will work with you to find a practical solution to fix this problem. If not, we might have to go to the courts to solve it.
I agree that the land issue must be resolved as soon as possible. And I appreciate your willingness to use company funds for this important matter. However, a equity division after settling the land simply cannot meet my actual needs. I have no other income at all. I need to cover my 1.5 million legal fees, support my family, and resolve my court case. If I am forced to reside, I must receive fair compensation of not less than 5 million to get through this difficult period. I am willing to reside in May to help the companies qualify for the 30 million as separate contract. I am also willing to accept a limited role for my wife, just to protect my partnership rights. And I hope to continue contributing to the X contract. Since it is the future of this company, I cannot accept a clean break. If I am cut off entirely, I will have no income, no way to settle my legal fees, and no security for my family. I'm ready to give you a clear, structured, and reliable repayment plan for your 1 million. I also appreciate your reasonable support for my legal fees. What I hope is that we can reach a balanced, fair, workable arrangement, one that protects the business security, the air contract, slows the land issue, and also gives me basic security as a founding partner. Okay?
Brandon, it appears that our positions are too far apart. I have tried to propose a fair and balanced arrangements, but if we cannot come to an agreement, then the next step may have to be resolve this through the court. Okay? Okay, thank you.